Could cutting your expenses to the bone make you richer? Let's delve into the shocking truth about frugal living in today's world. You see, frugality isn't a new concept. It's been around for centuries, a principle practiced by the likes of Benjamin Franklin and Warren Buffett. But in our age of consumerism, the idea has gained new traction. It's a lifestyle choice that prioritizes long-term financial health over short-term materialistic gains. Yet it's often misunderstood. Some view it as an exercise in extreme penny pinching, a life of deprivation and sacrifice. But that's a misconception. True frugality isn't about living a stingy life. It's about spending smartly, making conscious choices, and prioritizing value over quantity. It's about understanding the difference between needs and wants, and allocating resources accordingly. It's about finding joy in simplicity and making the most of what you have. So, frugality isn't about deprivation, it's about making the most of what you have. Is frugal living the same as being cheap? Absolutely not. Let's clear up this misconception. Being cheap and being frugal are two very different things. It's a common mistake to think that they're one and the same, but they couldn't be more different. Cheapness focuses on cost alone, often at the expense of quality. It's about saving money, regardless of the value obtained. This can lead to sacrifices in quality, satisfaction, and even relationships. Frugality, on the other hand, is about prioritizing value over cost. It's about making the most of what you have, stretching your dollar to get the most bang for your buck. It doesn't mean settling for less. It means making informed decisions based on the value something brings to your life. So while being cheap is about spending as little as possible, frugality is about spending wisely. Why is frugal living harder in 2024? Well, let's dive right in. First off, the cost of living has shot up dramatically. Everything from groceries to housing has seen a significant price hike, making it challenging to save money. And then there's inflation to consider. Your dollar just doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Next, societal pressures are heavier than ever. With social media showcasing luxurious lifestyles and constant consumption, it's tough not to feel the pull to keep up. The urge to spend can be incredibly hard to resist. Finally, technology plays a role too. It's become so easy to spend money with a click or a swipe. It's almost like the money isn't real. Plus, with targeted advertising, we're constantly being tempted to part with our cash. Despite these challenges, frugality in 2024 isn't impossible, it just requires more creativity and discipline. So let's keep exploring how to navigate these waters. Are you aware of the hidden costs that are draining your wallet? It's time to shed light on these sneaky expenses that might be sabotaging your efforts to live frugally. One of the most common culprits is subscriptions. Whether it's that streaming service you barely use or the monthly magazine you never read, these costs can quickly add up over time. Then there are bank fees. From ATM charges to account maintenance fees, these expenses may seem small but can be significant in the long run. And let's not forget impulse purchases, that coffee on your way to work, the candy bar at the checkout, the sale item you couldn't resist. They might seem insignificant, but they're eating away at your budget. By being aware of these hidden costs, you can make smarter financial decisions. Remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. So keep an eye out for these wallet drainers and take control of your financial future. What psychological barriers might be preventing you from living frugally? Let's delve into the mind's labyrinth and uncover the psychological barriers to frugal living. At the forefront, we have the fear of missing out, or FOMO, a modern-day plague that pushes us to spend on experiences or items we don't need, just to feel included. Then there's social pressure, the invisible hand that nudges us to keep up with the Joneses. We often find ourselves buying things to impress others, instead of focusing on our financial well-being. Lastly, the desire for instant gratification. We are creatures of the now, drawn to the immediate pleasure of buying, often at the cost of our future financial stability. These psychological barriers, although intimidating, are not insurmountable. Recognizing them is the first step. It's about changing our mindset, shifting our focus from the short-term pleasures to long-term financial health and security. What myths about frugal living have you been told? Let's debunk a few common ones. Firstly, frugality doesn't mean deprivation. It's about making conscious choices, prioritizing needs over wants. You're not denying yourself joy, but rather finding delight in simplicity and sustainability. Secondly, some say it's time-consuming. Sure, it may take a bit more planning, but the rewards of saving and financial security are worth it. Think of it as an investment in your future. Lastly, there's the myth that frugality is only for the poor. Not true. Regardless of your income, wise money management is a skill that benefits everyone. It's about maximizing value, not just minimizing cost. So whether you're a student, a stay-at-home parent, or a high-flying executive, frugality can help you achieve your financial goals. Don't let these myths deter you from exploring the benefits of a frugal lifestyle. What are the essential tools for successful frugal living? A question you might have pondered. Well, let's dive into it. To start with, budgeting apps are a modern frugalist's best friend. They help you keep track of every penny spent, ensuring you stay within your budget and avoid unnecessary expenses. Next up, price comparison websites. These are platforms that allow you to check different prices for the same product or service across various retailers or providers. This way you ensure you're getting the most bang for your buck. And finally, meal planning resources. These can be anything from apps to websites to good old-fashioned cookbooks. They help you plan your meals in advance, reducing food waste and saving you money on impulse buys and takeout. These tools are not just handy, they're essential to frugal living in today's world. With these tools at your disposal, frugal living becomes much more manageable. Why is value-based spending so crucial to frugal living? It's a question that anchors us to the heart of frugality. You see, frugality isn't about depriving yourself of life's pleasures. It's about making mindful choices, and value-based spending is the compass that guides these choices. Imagine your money as a tool that can either build a future of financial security or dig a pit of debt. Value-based spending pushes us to invest in things that bring long-term value and happiness. It's about spending on experiences over material things, quality over quantity, and savings over instant gratification. This doesn't mean that every purchase has to be a solemn affair. Rather, it's about aligning your spending with your values and priorities. It's about investing in your future self, while also enjoying the present. So how do you achieve this? Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Then, allocate your resources accordingly. Remember, it's not about spending less, but spending wisely. How does minimalism play a role in frugal living? Well, let's dive into that. Minimalism is a lifestyle choice that encourages the reduction of unnecessary possessions and the pursuit of simplicity. It's about focusing on what truly matters in life and decluttering the rest. This mindset aligns perfectly with frugal living. By adopting a minimalist lifestyle, you're essentially cutting out the excess, the clutter, the things that don't add value to your life. This not only clears your space, but also your budget. You save money by not buying things you don't need, by being content with less, and by making intentional purchases. But it's not just about saving money. Minimalism also contributes to a more meaningful life. It allows you to focus on experiences rather than material possessions, on quality over quantity. It challenges you to find joy and satisfaction in simplicity, in the essentials. How can frugal living lead to financial freedom? Let's dive in. Financial freedom, the seemingly elusive dream. It's the state where your assets generate enough income to cover your expenses, freeing up your time to do what you love, rather than what pays the bills. Now, how does frugal living tie into this? It's pretty simple, really. Frugal living is about prioritizing, about making conscious choices. It's about spending less on the things that don't matter, so you can spend more on the things that do. This might mean cutting back on dining out to save for a dream vacation, or skipping the latest phone upgrade to invest in stocks. Every choice you make brings you one step closer to that financial freedom. It's not about deprivation, but about smart allocation of resources. Remember, every penny saved is a penny earned. So take control, make your money work for you, and not the other way around. What is the emotional side of frugality? This question takes us to the heart of frugality, beyond the dollars and cents. You see, frugality isn't just a financial decision, it's a lifestyle choice that can lead to emotional benefits like reduced stress, increased happiness, and a sense of control. Think about it. When you're frugal, you have a clear grasp of your financial situation. You know exactly where your money is going, which can significantly reduce financial stress. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Then, there's the happiness that comes from being content with what you have. Frugality teaches us to appreciate the value of things, not just their price tag. This shift in perspective can lead to increased satisfaction and joy in our daily lives. Finally, frugality gives us a sense of control. We're no longer at the mercy of impulse buys or financial surprises. We're in the driver's seat, steering our financial future. Frugality isn't just about money, it's also about emotional well-being. How can you handle social pressures while living frugally? A question, no doubt, that has crossed the minds of many who embark on this journey towards financial freedom. First, understand that it's okay to say no. If an outing or purchase doesn't align with your financial goals, politely decline. It's not about being cheap, but about being mindful of your money. Secondly, be honest about your financial priorities. You'll find that people understand more than you think, and it might even inspire others to reassess their own spending. Thirdly, find frugal alternatives. Socializing doesn't always have to be expensive. Propose budget-friendly activities, or host potluck dinners instead of dining out. Lastly, surround yourself with like-minded individuals. It's easier to swim against the tide when you're not alone. Online communities can provide support and creative ideas to remain frugal without feeling deprived. What are the biggest mistakes frugal people make? Well, let's dive in. One common blunder is taking frugality to the extreme. Yes, it's important to save, but depriving oneself of essential needs or joys can actually lead to burnout and eventually giving up on frugality altogether. Another misstep is failing to invest in quality. Buying cheap can often mean buying twice. It's smarter to purchase durable, long-lasting goods, even if they come with a higher price tag. Think of it as an investment in your future self. Lastly, many frugal individuals make the mistake of not allowing for any fun or enjoyment. Remember, life is meant to be lived. Allocate a small portion of your budget for entertainment, travel, or hobbies. This doesn't mean being reckless with your money, but rather enjoying the fruits of your labor in a mindful way. Want to hear some inspiring frugal living success stories? Let's dive right in. First up, meet Jane. She was drowning in debt, but decided to take control. Through frugal living, she managed to pay off a staggering $50,000 in just 5 years. Yes, you heard that right. 5 years. Next, we have the Sullivan family. They embrace frugality to save for their dream home. By shopping secondhand, growing their own food, and cutting unnecessary expenses, they achieved their goal in just 3 years. Then there's Paul, a single father, who used frugality to fund his daughter's college education. He swapped luxury for simplicity, and his sacrifices paid off. His daughter graduated debt-free. Last but not least, we have Lisa, who retired at 45 thanks to her frugal lifestyle. She now spends her days traveling, a testament to the freedom frugality can bring. Ready to start your journey towards frugal living? It's time to put everything we've discussed into action. Begin by assessing your current lifestyle and identifying areas where you can cut back without sacrificing your quality of life. This could be as simple as brewing your own coffee instead of buying it on the go, or as substantial as downsizing your living space. Next, establish a budget that reflects your new frugal mindset. Be sure to factor in all your expenses, however small, and prioritize value-based spending. This means focusing on needs over wants and investing in high-quality items that will last. Lastly, adopt a minimalist approach. This doesn't mean you need to live with nothing but the bare essentials. Instead, strive to eliminate the unnecessary and clutter and appreciate the value in owning less. Remember, the journey to frugal living is a marathon, not a sprint. Take one step at a time, and before you know it, you'll be reaping the benefits. Please like and subscribe for more content like this.